Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Though Kyle Richards remained intentionally tight-lipped about her friendship with Morgan Wade throughout The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 14, she didn't hold back when confronted about that decision during the Part 1 of the reunion. While going toe-to-toe with about supposedly not showing what's really going on in her life, Kyle explained why she chose to not discuss Morgan, much less use her name, on Season 14. Morgan did not sign up for this show, Kyle said during the April 1 reunion episode. She does not want to be part of it. She's not a part of the cast. After pointed out that the musician didn't sign up for the show this season, but was featured in Season 13, Kyle further elaborated on the abrupt change-up, revealing that Morgan previously filmed as a favor to her. What ensued after that created a lot of anxiety for her, and she didn't ask for this life, Kyle added. So, I'm trying to be respectful of somebody who didn't sign up for it. Referencing various news stories and pictures in the press, such as when Kyle was photographed backstage at Morgan's concert, just days after estranged husband Mauricio was snapped kissing a new woman at an airport in Greece. Garcelle fired back, "We're just supposed to pretend that that's not happening. Is that reality? I just felt like we would be hypocrites. Let me just say me, if all this stuff is happening out there and we don't address it." Later she added, if Morgan had not been on the show prior, then I think it would have been okay if Kyle said, "You know what, that part of my life is off the table." As Kyle argued though, that's not her place. She didn't sign a contract to be here, I did. Kyle also revealed that she had private conversations with and Sutton off camera, explaining everything to them. That's what put Sutton in the hot seat, compelling her to share what she said following those unseen discussions. "I think that Kyle wants to protect Morgan," Sutton answered, prompting Garcelle to respond. "That's not what you said. You said that was a chess move." Stunned, Kyle reacted to the dig saying, "The thing is with both of you, the two of you together are mean girls. Mean girls. Like that's really shocking to hear that, Sutton." Still, Sutton insisted that she had respected her wishes all season. When host Andy Cohen asked what Kyle's wishes were, she shared, "She didn't want to talk about Morgan. She didn't want to bring that up. And I didn't." In the golden haze of a Los Angeles morning, Kyle Richards leans back in a chair on the patio of her home, cradling a cup of herbal tea, her voice soft but unwavering. For years, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star has been a fixture on television, navigating everything from sisterly feuds to marital cracks. But today, she's not here to talk about diamonds or drama. She's here to talk about Morgan. "I've been in the public eye since I was a little girl," Kyle begins, brushing a loose strand of hair behind her ear. "But Morgan, she didn't ask for this life." It's a rare, vulnerable moment for the Bravo. For the past year, Kyle Richards and country singer Morgan Wade have been at the center of endless speculation. Tabloids have labeled them Hollywood's most unexpected duo. Social media has dissected their every appearance, and Housewives fans have debated the nature of their relationship with the intensity usually reserved for season finales. But now, Kyle's ready to speak her truth and defend the woman who never signed up for the circus. Kyle recounts the first time she met Morgan, an introduction that didn't come through industry connections or Bravo mixers, but through music. "I heard a song the night, and it just stopped me in my tracks," Kyle says, her voice tinged with awe. "It was raw, it was honest, it was pain and poetry all at once. I found her on Instagram, and the rest is history." What started as a simple Instagram turned into a fast-growing friendship. "We connected on a soul level," Kyle explains. "I was going through a lot personally. My marriage was strained. I felt like I was disappearing into this version of myself I didn't recognize. And Morgan, she saw me, the real me." Morgan, a rising star in the country scene with a soulful voice and an unapologetically edgy look, seemed like an unlikely match for the polished Beverly Hills housewife. But maybe that's exactly what made it work. "She wasn't from my world, and maybe that's what made her so magnetic to me," Kyle admits. "She was honest, grounded. She didn't care about glam or gossip or red carpets. She just wanted to make music and live life." But being close to Kyle Richards comes with a cost, one Morgan never agreed to pay. "When we started hanging out, people immediately turned it into something salacious," Kyle says, clearly frustrated. "Suddenly we couldn't go to a concert or have dinner without it becoming a headline." She pauses, her eyes brimming. She didn't sign up for this. She didn't ask to have every part of her life dissected. She didn't ask for strangers to comment on her tattoos, her sexuality, her intentions. And I hate that I brought that into her life. Kyle's voice trembles, but she doesn't look away. I've been doing this for decades. I know how to play the game. But Morgan, she just wanted a friend. When asked why she didn't speak out sooner, Kyle sighs. I was trying to protect something. I didn't want to put more fuel on the fire. But now I realize silence can be just as damaging. People created their own narrative, and we lost control of our story. Of course, one question continues to follow them like a shadow. Were Kyle and Morgan more than friends? Kyle smiles faintly, but doesn't give a definitive answer. The truth is, I don't owe anyone a label. Not every relationship fits in a box. What I will say is, what we have is real. It's deep. It's been life-changing for me. She adds, people always want to define women's relationships through a romantic or sexual lens. But what if it's something different? What if it's soul recognition? What if it's healing? Still, Kyle understands why the public became so fixated. There were moments, I'll admit, where the lines felt blurry. And maybe that's what made it so beautiful and so complicated. Kyle is honest about how the media frenzy around Morgan has impacted her family. My daughters are incredibly supportive, but they're also protective, she says. They've seen the toll this has taken on me and on Morgan. It's been hard, but we talk. We keep the lines of communication open. Kyle's face grows still. Mauricio and I are still figuring things out. We love each other, we have a family. But we're also growing in different directions. That's all I'll say on that. She does confirm, however, that Morgan was never a wedge. People want to pin the end of my marriage on her, and that's just not fair. Morgan showed up after the cracks had already formed. If anything, she gave me strength to face them. Today, Kyle and Morgan remain close, though more private than ever. We've taken a step back from being so public, Kyle says. We needed space. We needed to find our balance again. When asked if they still talk, Kyle smiles. Every day. As for the future, Kyle says she's more focused on peace than answers. I spent my whole life trying to be what people wanted me to be. A perfect wife, a loyal sister, a Bravo icon. But now, I just want to be Kyle. And whoever shows up for that version of me, that's who I want in my life. She takes a sip of tea, the sun casting a golden glow across her face. Morgan didn't ask for this life, Kyle repeats softly. But somehow she walked into mine. And for that, I'll always be grateful. It started as most seismic shifts in Hollywood do, with a whisper. A glance here, a shared photo there, and suddenly, Bravo fans and social media sleets had spiraled into speculation about Kyle Richards and rising country star Morgan Wade. The headlines came fast. Are they together? Is it just friendship? What about Mauricio? But now, in a rare moment of vulnerability, Kyle is breaking her silence in a way she never has before. In a new interview that's already sending through the Real Housewives fandom, Kyle Richards is finally getting real about the woman who has unknowingly become the focal point of her personal life unraveling in public, Morgan Wade. When Kyle and Morgan first connected, it didn't seem like the kind of friendship that would launch 1,000 gossip threads. Kyle, the Beverly Hills OG, a mom of 4 with a signature Kaftan line, and Morgan, the heavily tattooed, guitar-wielding country singer with a gravelly voice and raw lyrics about addiction, heartbreak, and identity. But as Kyle explains it, their connection was immediate and unexpectedly deep.